you both of them because they help you suppress your appetite and everything, which is, and then also of course the your 1 to 3 pounds a day with both of them as well. With me, with all 3 of those combinations, the tea, the resolution, and then the NutriBurst, I've been able to lose over 70 pounds. Since and 9 to 10 pounds. So that's an awesome, you know, because I've tried different products throughout the years, the last 15 years, you know, and nothing's worked, and some's worked. But then after I stop it, what happens? You gain the pounds back, and then some, you know. But this, I've been able to actually keep it off and continue on my journey. The next product, we went over the HCG as well with that. The next product I would like to talk about is the emu oil.
See, mine is almost out.
I see. I'm using 2 at a time. But the emu oil, I think this is, the E stands for everything, correct? Mm-hmm. Because if you have skin, you need it. Mm-hmm. It's good for dry skin. And here, example, acne, arthritis, athlete's foot, gout, shoulder, any kind of pain, because it penetrates 7 layers. So if you have any kind of arthritis or, you know, sciatica, I'm a sciatica person, especially because from the hip all the way shoots down to your tip of your feet. So that's no joke. It'll drop you down to your knees with that sciatica pain. But this thing is good for sciatica pain. It's good for any neck pain. As a matter of fact, I had ran out of emu oil, and my mom had it, and for some reason I had turned my head quickly, and you know how you get like a wind? You know, I had that on my neck, so she gave me some emu oil, and within an hour or less probably, I didn't have that. And usually when I get it for days. You know, I can't even turn. But with that emu oil, I was able to turn with no problem. So emu oil is awesome. Another thing is for hair loss. As you can see, Pastor Pam, wow, she had those quick weaves, you know. And so one day when she went to take it out, her hair came out with it.
Ew, this is disgusting.
And so as you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it around. As you can see, she had hair loss on the top, you know. And so she went ahead and tried the emu oil. And what she did is she tried it twice a day. She stimulated her hair. And then that's the results of it. Within, I think, 2 weeks period, that's the outcome, I think, if I'm not mistaken. 3 weeks? Mm-hmm. And so that's awesome testimony. I'm actually starting to use it for my edges myself, you know, using braids and stuff like that. But it's an awesome product. Do we have any testimonies right now about the emu oil?
Well, the only thing that I had, when we went on a trip to the convention, we was on a small bus. And so when I got back, my knee was hurting really bad. So I was able to rub that on my knee, and my knee started feeling better. And then the second, my granddaughter had eczema, and so I started rubbing it on her areas where she had the eczema, and it started going away. So those are my 2 testimonies.
Yes, because I have eczema, so does my son, and I've used it for him as well. My eczema usually just pertains to my neck for some reason. It just starts one place and then starts to travel. But with emu oil, I'm able to stop it in this track before it gets all the way around to the back. I don't know why, but that's what happens with me. And my son, we took him to a bad barber, and he had bad clippers. I don't know what happened, but he started his hair right here on both sides. It started to kind of get light. And so I was like, let me try this emu oil. Mm-hmm. And well, now he got a haircut, fresh haircut, so you can't really tell, but his hair started to grow back in. And so it's not as little bald spots right here. It was on both sides, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's an awesome product. Any other testimonies?
Jojo.
No? Okay. The next product I'm going to go ahead and talk about. Gano. The Gano, which is Ganoderma luciderm. I think I'm saying it right. Ganoderma luciderm. It's basically is good for normalizing your levels. You know, so if you have, and we don't claim to mitigate, cure any diseases, but we have testimonies. You know, the Gano can levelize your high blood pressure, your diabetes, your cholesterol, any of those sorts of things. For me, it's helping me in different ways. 3 things, actually, is the reason why I'm taking the Ganoderma. One of the reasons is for my high blood pressure. My doctor wants me to keep my medicine. I'm not taking it. I'm actually taking Ganoderma. You don't know it, but I'm taking my Ganoderma.
Woo.
And so it's keeping my levels at a normal pressure. The other top thing I'm using this is, back because my injuries fell from the roof, your whole body's affected. So I have torn meniscus in my knees, and so occasionally I have swollen knees, and so that's helping my knees. Yes, 2 times a day, or two Ganos, believe me, and it works like this for me. Because I get swollen, especially this one's acting up. Usually they switch, but lately it's been this knee. But I can take my 2 Ganos, and it helps me, the swelling to go down. And the third thing that I'm using this is for, because it's anti-cancer growth, cell growth. So, my mom we have a history of cancer in our family. And so I have a history of benign lumps. And so I am taking Gano to prevent from cancer from growing, so that's the Gano, does anybody have any other testimonies regarding?
Yeah, last Friday, I'm going through a situation because last December, they take the cancer back of my breast, my left breast. I had that in 2003, 10 years, and I went to chemo radiation. And they told me, but I told him, well, I don't claim it, and you're not cutting my breast off. Mm-hmm. I told him exactly that. And I said, no, I'm not. I'm going to leave it to God, and I'm going to go natural way. I called therapy, stop everything, like change my diet, change everything, start the products from TLC and all the things that I've been incorporating. But last Friday, I was so scared. My breast started bothering me. I mean, I have pain, and that breast started so swollen and hard and everything. And I went to the emergency room. I stayed there for 4 hours, from 4 to 9 o'clock. And when the doctor saw me, he said, oh, I can do nothing for you. Yeah. You need to go back to your oncology. You need to go call your primary care doctor. You need to, I said, why you think I came here? Because I wanted you to give me something for my pain. He said, well, you can go get Motrin. I said, I don't take Motrin. I said, you can drain it or something because it looks like it's full of water because I can tell. And he said, no. So what I did, I went home. And I took 4 kernels, and I took 4 sugar, and I took the Nutribird. That's what I did. Wow. And thank God, it don't be bother me. And I take them every day, and I just order some more. Because Janet told me since I started to take it, but I was, stubborn. I was doing other stuff, and I wasn't taking the gun and the chaga. But now I started taking it, and my bottle is almost intaolica. As a matter of fact, I saw a lady today that she was in so much pain, and I gave her 2. I say, and I gave those over there 2. Mm-hmm. Because I don't mind. You have to give to receive, and that's what I'm learning now. Right. Because if I help them, maybe they will call me or not, but I don't care. But still, I know I gave them. Because I told him that's what helped me. But I told him also you have to incorporate something that's going to help you, but at the same time you have to change some habits that we have bad habits. Because this is good product. But a lot of people tell me, well, when I tell them about the SOT and how we lose weight, oh, but I have to stop eating or I say, it's up to you, but you have to change something. Mm-hmm. It's up to you. This is a good product. But people think they're going to take the tea and eat 2 plates of food at the same time. And they, it didn't work for me. Mm-hmm. You have to do something to change it. You have to incorporate it. But at the same time, after detoxify, you have to start, changing something. Like I tell them, you have to change something. I did. I give up all the meats, all the dairy products, everything. I lost 60 pounds in last year. And I'm happy with it. Because I was a size 20. Now I'm a size 10, 12. I can, but like I tell people that I meet, I say, it works, but it's like God said, you put 1 foot and I will put 2 for you. Right. You have to help each other.
Amen.
But it do work for the pain, because I tell you, it's scary when you get pain. I don't like pain. I don't like pain for nothing. That's why I stay away from the doctors. They've been calling me for my 6 month check. I said, I'm not going to them because they are, I don't, every time I go to the doctor, everything that I got get worse than what I am, so I say, stay over there and I stay over here.
Any other testimonials about the Gano?
Nah.
I have a particular one about the gal. Of course, I have lupus. So, I used to deal with a lot of pain. So, ever since I've been taking the chaga and the Gano, everything has been okay. My blood pressure has been stabilized, and my pain, sometimes I have pain, but it doesn't, it's like minor
Exactly.
than before. Like, sometimes I can't even get out of the bed. So, the Gano and the chaga, I recommend it to everybody, even for preventative reasons. I recommend it.
I guess with that, we kind of talked about the chaga. But I'll talk a little bit more, actually. The chaga is actually, what is it, the king? Anti-everything, but they call it the king or something. King of herbs. It's been used for centuries, in other countries, in Siberia and China and Russia, things like. But they've been using this the chaga for a century. But it's like she said, it's an anti-everything, anti-inflammatory, cancer, and because it'll destroy cancer. It's very aggressive. That's what I also heard. It's very, very aggressive with cancer. It'll seek and destroy, and it's fast acting compared to the Gano, where the Gano it's a slower than the chaga, But both of them combined, the amazing, powerful combo, So I just wanted to add that a little bit there. The next product I will talk about is NRG. I know we got some, yes.
Oh my gosh, I like that. I am so serious. If you ever get to the point where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, well, that was me. And it so happened I was looking for something. I already decided to make a lifestyle change by changing some of my eating habits. So I was looking for something. So I was one of those what you call stalker on social media. So I was out there looking for something, and I came across this lose 5 pounds in 5 days. So I said, okay, let me try this tea. But anyway, the first time I ordered it, the person said it was on back order. So they collected my money but never sent me the product. So I waited like 2 weeks. So I said, this tea must be awesome if it's on back order. So I found someone else that was selling the tea. So I ordered it, and they gave me a free sample of NRG. So I didn't take that immediately, but I did the tea, and I lost 4 pounds in 4 days. I'm not the type that weigh every day, but I was like, okay, let me just see it, because I was pretty much halfway forgetting to do it twice a day. Didn't really change my eating habits. So I wasn't really excited about getting on the scale. But when I got on the scale that 4th day and saw I lost 4 pounds, I was like, okay, all right. So, needless to say, at that point, I tried the NRG because I was just tired. So, when I tried the NRG, it wasn't an immediate rush of energy that I was expecting, because prior to that, one of my coworkers had let me try some of this pre-workout stuff because he knew I was trying to make lifestyle changes. So he only gave me a half dose, right? So when I tell you I walked around Stone Mountain after I got off work with that half dose with that pre-workout, I didn't want that because I couldn't sleep. So I was kind of hesitant to try the NRG. But when I took the NRG, it wasn't that palpitation feeling that I had with the other ones. I was like, okay, but I didn't notice the rush of energy. But what I did notice is I had endurance. Even though I wasn't ready to go to bed right away. I did what I need to do, cook, take care of my kids or whatever. So, and I was able to go to sleep normally. So I tried it again, and I was like, okay, this works. But to make a long story short, I spent the last 20 years living vicariously through my family, taking care of my kids. Lord knows I love my kids. Taking care of my husband. But NRG gave me my life back. I did so much in the last 6 months that I did in the last 20 years.
Wow.
Because the Lord said He's gonna restore the time.
Woo!
So, it's
Amen.
on now, baby.
Amen.
NRG, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the side benefit, I lost 35 pounds.
Woo! And that's good. That's amazing by NRG because it also helps, like she said, it gave her life back, and they call it the happy pill because literally it makes lifts the person's spirit up. So if you know somebody that's depressed or has depression, it actually helps them out. We actually know Aki, because he did his testimony, and he said this thing helps him out too because it lifts his spirit up as well because he has a bout of depression. You were gonna say
I just
something?
wanted to give a testimony. Somebody gave me an NRG last night at the meeting. And I took it this morning. I was very tired, just not been feeling good due to all the pollen, and I didn't feel a rush of energy, but I wasn't as tired through the day, and I didn't want to eat lunch. Normally, I eat lunch around 12. I get something for breakfast and I eat lunch around 12. I ate breakfast around 9:30, and I had to force myself to go get lunch at 2 because I was not hungry at all. And I know they said that it also cuts your
Yes,
appetite.
it does. And
But I've been so tired this whole week that I still have energy.
That's
So,
good.
Last night I was saying I was
Yeah.
super tired,
Yeah.
Yeah.
exhausted. I'm not the same as I was last night.
Yeah.
So,
Thank God.
And it's supposed
Yes.
to burn 300 calories per
capsule.
per capsule.
I definitely, this is my first time. I definitely
They're a believer.
NRG.
I'm a believer. That's the thing, and because I saw something earlier today with Armand Pujol, and just rehearing his testimony, and how he's here alive today because of these products. And that's what he set out to do. He basically set out to produce products that not work tomorrow, not work next week, but instant gratification that work instantly. And with him and Jack Fallon together, they did an amazing job. I don't know if you've heard his testimony. Have you guys?
I heard a little bit today now that you said that.
Yeah, because I ran across the video. Basically, 5 years ago, they gave him 6 months to live. Prior to that, he was 425 pounds, okay? And so he was 425 pounds. He had diabetes, he had high blood pressure, he had high cholesterol, you name it, he had it. And I heard the rest, more of his story today. One day he collapsed. He just, in his house, he just collapsed. He woke up in the hospital. And then the doctors came in and they say, okay, you can't be on any medications, you can't be lucid or anything because we got to tell you something. And what they told him was, you have 6 months to live. And he had just basically, it was coincidence because God works in mysterious ways because he positioned him and met Jack Fallon and was starting to create his business, and merging with Jack Fallon with TLC. God works in mysterious ways, I'm gonna tell you, because he had 6 months to live, and he's like, his first thing is, who's gonna feed my kids?
Yeah.
That's his first thing he thought about. Who's gonna feed my kids when I'm gone?
Right.
So what he set out to do, when they were like the peanut gallery. The doctors kept on talking. He was like, wah, and he just walked out the door. Didn't even look back. His wife was calling him, you need to go back to the hospital. People were calling him, the doctor was calling him, you need to go back to the hospital. He was like, he didn't hear nothing. Exactly. What he decided to do, since he had 6 months, I'm gonna build my business. Because he knows the compensation plan, because him and, Jack created it. For the next 6 months, what he did is he built his organization. He's like, what, 01? He's 1? That's him. So he's on top of all of us, So no matter, once he's gone, his family is set. But what he was doing in those 6 months, he started taking the products. He started taking a gallon of tea every day. 1 gallon of tea every day he was taking. And then he incorporated the chaga. And he was saying that the chaga wasn't in capsule form, that the chewy was not in capsule form, or the gallon was not in capsule form. There was powder back then. And he was saying he would get those Ziploc bags, not the gallon Ziploc bags, but the however big he said it was. And he would carry it on with him, and he would just take handsfuls every day. Every day.
Wow.
And guess what? Fast forward. He took all these products, and he's still alive today. He lost weight. I don't know if he's starting to recently, he's lost, so he's way, I don't know how much he's lost, but he's not at 425 now. He doesn't have no trace of high blood pressure. He has no trace of cholesterol and no diabetes, and he's not on any medication. Now, you ain't gonna tell me this company is not good. And the testimony, that solidifies, after hearing more about his story, I'm like, 6 months to live. But we don't claim to mitigate, cure any damn diseases.
Right.
But then there's another lady, she also had ovarian cancer or something, but Opal, I think. It's
Tanya and them was talking about them.
and she's her name, the mom.
3 months,
The mom, the rep, she's in TLC, but the mom is the one that has the ovarian cancer, some kind of form of cancer. But she started on the products, and again, she doesn't have the trace of the cancer in her system anymore. I just recently saw somebody with lupus, as a matter of fact. There's the 3 girls. There's lupus, there's HIV, and there was a third one. I forgot what it was. Sickle cell. No trace. I'm telling you, people are sleeping on these products.
I know.
People are sleeping on these products. Because I think the HIV person was at the.
You know Renee Rockins.
Yeah, she be at the meetings every Tuesday.
I need to see her because I know that she's here, but I didn't know.
I didn't know about the situation until we were in the room, and I had no idea. That I was just crying because I talked to her all the time, but I didn't know what it
So you need to point her out to me because I don't think she got big.
Oh.
What she had?
HIV,
Yeah.
but it's undetected.
It's
So
undetected.
she doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
She's
It's
in the
not
company
good.
too?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, God is
Because
good.
what the chaga do? It finds it, attacks it,
And destroys.
Oh
And
my
seriously.
gosh.
It was like a
That's
military
anything
man. Seek
wrong
and
in
destroy.
your- Yes.
It's a machine, actually. It's because seek and destroy. Like the Terminator. Literally. Terminator in a bottle. And then, to the beauty products, I forgot. To the beauty products, the Slim R. Slim R. Slim R is basically a thermogenic cream. It sculpts, it's smooth, so if you have stretch marks, if you have dimples, stomach, it's gonna smooth that out, sculpt it out and everything.
Thank you.
Bless you. Candace Bird Davis, her story, I'll pass her around. But she, she's lost 114 pounds, 102 pounds, 114 pounds. And so she was, wanted to do a mommy makeover and get surgery done because, as you can see, she has a little pinky in the brain stomach. That's what she called it. Pinky in the brain. And so what she decided to do, she got a consultation with the doctor, and she was about to get a tummy tuck of her mommy makeover. And the product came out, and she was like, well, let me go ahead and try this and see how it works. Within 7 days, those are her results.
Wow,
And she just wrapped, because you can also wrap, because we do have the wrap to go with it, but at the time, we didn't have the wraps. And so she used saran wrap. She only used it, out of those 7 days, she used it 3 times, 3 times. And those are her results.
Wow.
That's awesome. So guess how much she saved,
Yeah.
Surgery, and then all she had to do was pay, what, $70? Can't beat that. Go on cruise with that money, extra money.
Exactly.
So that's what the Slim R. Oh, forgot. We have another one. So if you don't like tea, you can have another option, which is Delgada, which is a slimming coffee.
Yes.
Black eye is what we call it. That's our bit. It depends on what country you're from, depending on what slang you use. But this is a slimming coffee. So if you don't like tea, you can drink coffee. And the coffee, basically, you lose 1 pound a day. Some people have lost, I think Miss Pam McCrae, 6 pounds in 6 days or 4 pounds in 4 days?
6 pounds in 3 days.
6 pounds in 3 days.
Becky Thompson, 6 pounds in 6 days.
Wow.
So it's amazing stories. So if you don't like the tea, you can drink coffee. Or like Miss, hello, like Nina Moore does. She drinks both of them. She drinks them both. So you can incorporate both. Okay. So that's we, you know, we have other products that I'm not gonna go through, but those are the main ones that we wanted to cover.
Strike up.
We go into the adult industry. Um, we go into the adult industry, and so, you know, the little blue pill, well, we have the green pill. That's the equivalent to it. But the good thing about this one is, you don't go to the hospital. You don't end up in the emergency room. You don't get the side effects because it's all natural, you know. And so anybody, and it's not just for an older gentleman. It's also for younger gentlemen because of the fact that my mom just ran across one yesterday, as a matter of fact, because he has high blood pressure, it's affecting his manhood. So this is good, and not just that, but if you know somebody that's on dialysis, this is good for their manhood because it helps them with that. So it's not the person that's old, but it's also somebody who's young as well. Nowadays, you know, as my ex-husband, he's on dialysis, you know. So if you know anybody, young, old, in between, this will work for them. Then we have the pink pill that complements the green pill. And this is for women, and this helps actually for the, you know, to get the love back, to get the arousal, and, you know, no, I want to tell a story. I want to tell a story, but it's like a woman that's pregnant has a water break, but she's not pregnant.
Okay.
Then you know what I mean. I've heard testimonies. I've heard testimony.
Trying to figure out how to explain it.
I've heard testimonies. My daughter's in there.
Okay.
I've had testimonies. So this is good for that. So we call it the weekend pack, you know. But you cannot just use it for the weekend pack. You can use it any other time. So that's our products. So now we're going to talk about the money. I'm going to bring up next is Titus. He is a graduate of Morehouse. Is that right? Morehouse. He's been with the company for about a year, and he has an awesome and amazing testimony about time. We take time for granted, and he has a excellent testimony regarding time. So I want to go ahead and bring up Titus.
Well, thank you, everyone. I certainly appreciate that. My name is Titus Allen. I have been in this wonderful company called Total Life Changes for almost a year now. I started in April of last year, and in April of last year, I was actually doing another multi-level marketing business at that point. I was engrossed in that business. I'd had a small amount of success in it, and taking a trip to Chicago, which is where I'm from. And I've met some cousins of mine, and they were in TLC, and we were out. We were out at the bar, and weren't really talking about business. We were just kind of hanging out and having a good time. And my cousin came to me and she said, "Cuz," she said, "I started this business. I need your help." She said, I know you're doing something else, but I need your help in this business, and we're gonna sell this tea, and we're gonna make a whole bunch of money." So I said, "All right, cuz, whatever you say." 5 minutes later, she said, "Now give me your credit card." I said, "Okay, good." I gave her my credit. I didn't ask the name of the company. I didn't ask what it did. She asked me for my credit card. I gave her the credit card. 5 minutes later, she came back. She said, "What's your email address?" I gave the email address. Now, mind you, we playing a video game at this time in the bar. I'm losing because she keep coming back and asking me all these questions. So then another 5 minutes went by and lost the game. She came back. She handed me this piece of paper. She said, "Now you in the business. They're gonna send you some products. Thanks a lot." And that was it. So the next month went by. Next month I was back here in Atlanta. I got an envelope in the mail. It said it was from Total Life Changes. I opened this envelope and there was tea inside. I said, "Oh, this is the stuff my cousin was talking about." So I looked at it I opened a drawer, I threw it in the drawer. Next month went by, I got another envelope. It's from TLC. It's got tea in it. I said, oh, this is stuff my cousin was talking about. I opened the drawer, I put the envelope in the drawer. Next month came along, guess what happened? I got another envelope. Guess where I put it?
In that drawer.
One more month went by, y'all. Remember, we started April, now it's July, right? So one more month, I got an envelope, it went in the drawer with his 3 brothers. At this point, luckily for me, TLC was having its national convention here in Atlanta. And since my cousin and a lot of people in Chicago were involved in the business at that point, and they were coming here to Atlanta anyway, I figured it'd be just an opportunity I could go and hang out with them. So I attended the convention. And when I got to this convention, now mind you, I've been in other multi-level marketing companies before, and in different direct sales companies. So I had attended conventions for those firms before. So I was pretty familiar with what I was going to see and how it was going to operate and that sort of thing. But the remarkable difference with the Total Life Changes convention and any other convention of that type that I attended before was not what they said, was not how it was set up, was not the venue, was not any of the speakers or anything like that. What was different about this convention, it was the people. The rank and file people that were there, these people had an emotional connection to the products and to the company that they were offering. And that stemmed from, just like we heard a lot of the testimonials here this evening, that emotional connection came from because these people had used these products. The benefits that we claim to offer were actually real. So when we said, you're gonna drink this tea and you're gonna lose 5 pounds, well, I said, well, everybody that drank the tea, raise a hand. Everybody raised a hand. Everybody that didn't lose no weight, put their hand down, and all the hands were still up. Because the products work. The Gano, the Chaga, the NutriBurst. I mean, this is something this man Jack Fallon invented this product 15 years ago in his basement. And since that, he's developed this into what will be a $1 billion company off of something that he invented in his basement. Something that's a natural product, and it does what it says it's going to do. And like I said, when I got to that convention and saw the emotional connection these people had, and then also they were giving out big checks. I don't know if any of y'all ever been to a TLC convention, but they give out big checks. I mean real big checks, right? Let me see your hand. Let me see your hand. I mean big checks. Big checks they be giving out at this convention right now. So the convention was over in a couple of days. I got a chance to hang out with my friends and family from Chicago. So I said, you know what? I got a whole drawer full of that stuff in my matter of fact, I had about 12 bags at that point. So then I said, well, let me go ahead and try this stuff. So let me see what this is all about. So